We have a really good show lined up for you tonight. Our first guest I'd like to introduce, Abby Space Goodman. Uh, Abby Space is a sort of a budding poet, but if you're in poetry circles, you've absolutely heard of her. She's all the new rage. Abby does very self-introspective poetry, a lot of sort of asking herself questions and sort of discussing or arguing or sort of battling with her inner self. And she formats these things through Morse code, um, and it's really beautiful to watch. Without further ado, Abby, you have the stage.
Thank you. Thank you, Bruno. I am very grateful to be here tonight and to present some of my poetry for you. I'm going to start off with a piece that doesn't have a title yet. It's still in the works a bit. But here I go. Dash dash dot 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 dash 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 dot 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 dash 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 dot 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 dash dot dash dash dot. Thank you. Our next poet tonight is Nick. Hi, Nick. Thank you for taking the stage. Now, Nick is one of our more senior poets here at Bruno's Cafe. He's been coming around for quite some time now. And that being said, Nick has sort of formed his poetry style based off of other amateur poets here at Bruno's Cafe. So he takes his advanced poetic style and uses the kind of brooding topics that some of our younger poets trend towards, such as death and sadness and depression. But he spins them in this more positive light. So here is Nick.
When I look into the sky, what do I see but a reflection of me? Darkness inside with everything to hide. The clouds cry when I walk by. I saw a squirrel running with a nut, and its high and intense energy felt like a kick in the gut. It ran up that tree without a care in the world. And I thought, could I be like that squirrel? I looked in its eyes, and with a darkened gaze, my entire heart was set ablaze. I thought about wise words from my grandfather, something he told me that he came up with. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and I took the one that touched my soul. Thank you. Now, up next, we have an expert poet. Shannon will be coming to the stage. Now, Shannon does this very, very interesting thing where she will discuss simple objects that she finds around her house. Just things that she'll find around like her living room or her kitchen, or perhaps if she were sitting in an office somewhere. She'll bring them to life with this grand personification. But the two objects that she finds, they just never get along. There's a lot of discourse there, and she really brings to light sort of the discourse of everyday objects.
Different worlds. Clorox wipes sit blue and green container. A box of crackers. The crackers hard and salty. The Clorox malleable. Clorox frowns at the crackers. Crackers turn away, hide their face, afraid of the pure bleaching emptiness of Clorox. Clorox wants to clean crackers full of entropy. Crackers fight back because they are there to be eaten. And they just come from different worlds. And can never be together. Thank you. All right. Our next poet is Chloe Bakofin. She's one of our more accomplished poets here today. She's very interested in poetry about sort of light and dark, so different shades of color, but only in the context of space, where the planets and the sun, the light of the sun, interact.
Thank you, Shannon. Here is my poem called Blink. The sun speaks to me today. It blinks from oh so far away, hiding behind clouds. It seems a bit like a mouse. The moon, my old friend of the night, is sad sometimes and a little affright of things that cover it as well, such as clouds, but also bells. Church bells. Oh, so bright it shines off beautiful brass. But in the summertime, the sun shines off my super nice ass. And sometimes, when you look up in the sky, there's brightness and more. I said ass and John left. Oh no.
John left to answer the door that somebody was to give him a program for the 3 p.m. concert I'm going to. I'm scared.
He didn't like that. It's all right.
No. I can't take this. I can't take this language.
Our next poet is Diara. And Now that Bruno has left the room, Diara has asked me to tell all of you that she's secretly in love with him. And this is about Bruno. But he doesn't know. And his name is never actually stated. Let's give it up for Diara, everyone.
Thank you, my dear Chloe. All right, this piece is called B for Breathtaking. B. Your presence buzzes around me consistently. Your presence leaves me breathless. You are breathtaking. B. Because you are so amazingly talented. I can't bear to be anywhere but near you. Beautiful times and beautiful words put together to make a beautiful masterpiece that has captured my heart. B, because I have nothing else to say but being by B. Blends beautifully beneath B. Thank you.
That's right.
He sometimes goes by Cal, but he's cool either way.
There we go.
And he is a minor entomologist. Not really, but he really is interested in bugs. So he is going to be presenting a great poem about bugs. Okay. Give it up for Cal, guys.
This one is called Legs. Critter crawl up the tile of the wall, through the cracks in house that break, into kitchen where food is made. With antenna quickly moving, going with the flow of pudding. Find the sugar, find the sweet. Doesn't matter, fruit or meat. Live beneath the wet, wet ground. Down there living without a sound. Thank you. Our last poet for today is Bruno, and there are two things you really need to know about Bruno to really understand his poetry. The first thing is, of course, that we occasionally call him the quoter because whereas a lot of poets like to describe people and events, Bruno loves to use quotations of the characters that he talks about. The next one, now that Diara has left the room, is that he is secretly in love with her, and that this poem is, so I'm told, may or may not be describing her.
This poem is called Desire. Being by B blends beautifully with B. Breathtaking ass. Find the sweet. Don't forget form as well as content. I'm hearing a lot more piano now. Simple objects found around the house brings them to life with grand personification. Arguments, pure, reaching emptiness, wide and dark, different shades of color. I wonder who she wrote this about. This is a dessert now. Whalmus 2 looked at Whalmus 3. Brilliant. Performance at the speed of thought. Thank you.